everyone. So you may have done the mobility workout before this, which is lovely, and you want to move on to legs. So this is leg day, leg only. All I'm going to say is I'm going to just go through a few little warm-ups for legs if you haven't done the mobility thing at the beginning, because it's specifically only to legs. So I'm going to get my stick. You can have your own stick or just use your arms in the air. And all we're going to do is put the stick behind the head, so you're opening the chest, and we're just going to do a little bit of a reverse lunge. So we're starting off mobilising just the legs. So then we're going to take the stick over the head and come to the hips, and you're going to do a forward fold. So it's not a fold, like a little deadlift. So we're just getting your hips hinging, ready to stimulate a deadlift position. So we're going to do another 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to take the stick over the head. You're going to take your feet out wide into your squat position and just do your 5 squats. So it's literally a warm-up. 3, 2, 1. We can hold the stick to the floor and just do a little bit of movement through the hips. Let's do another 2 and 1. Change sides. 3, 2, I'll probably play serious. 1. Okay, so then also you can just swing the leg back and forward, getting the hip moving. 4, 5, and then change sides. So you may also want to add a little bit of core before you start, which is on the core video, of which it shows our little group doing different types. You can take your pick one, engage the core before you start. So now what we're going to do is go to the first exercise, and it's a warrior. We know this. I'm going to use 4s, you can use 3s, 4s, 5s. You're going to hold the weights in front of you, and you're going to just take the back foot behind you, nice and controlled, lift the chest. We're going to do 8. So as you know, this is probably the worst time for me to do this because I'm about to have my hip done, so worst stability for me, but you get the gist, you're going to have a nice parallel body. Keep the chest lifted. Got 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, changing sides. Taking the other leg back. Keep the chest proud. So we're preparing for a nice position to do both legs. So we're engaging the back of the leg. Whoa. And up. So excuse my technique. This is my little bad one. Keeping the chest lifted. Knees only slightly soft. One. Okay. We're going to move on. We're going to do 4 or 5 exercises, and then what you can do, the way we can play it, is you can just reverse, and for your second and third set, just play it again. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is the deadlift. So you can get heavier weights in your hands. You've got this position with your feet together. It's a straight leg deadlift, knees soft. Come forward. Get into position with me, lift the chest. Stick your bum back, weight into the heels, and stand. 1, 2, 3, and stand. Again, 1, 2, 3, and stand. Some of you have bars, I know, and keep going. Down, 2, 3, and stand. Remember, you've got a thumb distance between your shin and the bar. You're going down, 2, 3. Now you load your bar to where you can get. If you're going heavy, if you've got a bar, it's 3 to 5 reps, 3 to 5 sets. Or do it for your endurance, 12, if you're someone that doesn't do a lot of strength stuff. Or some of you I know are sort of in between. You've got your strength, but you can't get a bar or weight heavy enough, you could go for a timed session of 20 to 30 seconds for each one of these exercises. So that's where if you can't get the weight up, you then can increase your the amount. Next is hip flex. So you're going to put the weights across your hips. Now equally, if you've got the bar can go across your hips. So this will be, I'm just going to show, because I know most of you have got 5s at home. Now, what you can do to make it harder is put your band above the knees, your loop. So loop above the knees, taking hold of the weights, lying down, knees out, feet out. So just to show you that, because I know some of you want the knees and the feet out, so that you're going to really isolate your glutes. The band is a little bit harder because you have to push against the band using your adductors. And then push up and down. Lift. So for the hip flex, regardless, definitely do it for 30 seconds, okay? So you can do everything for 30 seconds, or you pick your reps. The main point of this is while I'm away, you do something. Nothing is bad. Just make sure you get your technique good. All of you are aware of your technique. Really feel it in the bottom and just think about what you're trying to achieve. So this is for your glutes, okay? You're going to feel it in the bottom as it comes up and down. Keep going. Breathing, it's always useful. Really good. Keep going. Make sure you press evenly into the heels so that you feel each side evenly. Up as high as you can with a nice amount of pace. 30 seconds. Stop there. Next, you're going to keep the weights in your hand and we're going to do a squat press. Well, squat. Or you can obviously incorporate other things into that workout with the arms as well. So we're going to do just a squat. So if you want to, on the next round, rewind and then add a skull crusher, well, you can't do it to hip press, can you? But if you've just got the band on for your hip flex, no weights to hold, you could do a skull crusher or an overhead at the same time. I'm going to add that on at the end so that then you can just see what I'm talking about. So there we go, to squat. You could add a squat press if you're not going to do arm day tomorrow. Push, push, breathe. Now, I'm going to show you the extra one instead of hip flex, or as well as, if you want to tag it on the end and use the arms, you would just have your bridge and your arms here. So as you come up, so for this one, the bridge, my feet would be hip width, just a bit further hip width apart, I'm pointing forward as opposed to out. And then what you're going to do is lift up and the elbows bend and come down. So of course you go up as far as you can. Obviously I've got my little hip issue. So you do what I say as opposed to what I'm doing, I guess. So there's one option. And come back. The other option is to do your overhead press. So add that in for 12 or your 30 seconds. Feeling that under the armpits. And I think that'll do you for your legs. So there's many more things that can be done, but just as a quick little workout, that's a great one. If you wanted to add on, so you can now rewind that to the beginning, repeat it twice, or 3 or 4 times, no more than 4 times. If you want to add on a little lateral movement at the end, remember, you can put a band around your top of your knees. And then we'd step to the side, leading with your heels, leading with your knees, sorry, not the heels, stepping it out, using that band and resistance into the outer thigh. The other thing with the squat, as we did on our Stones Fit tips, is instead of a double squat, you can rest your back foot up and it'll be single leg, okay? So for your single leg squats, I've just got my weights, I'm going to move to the back of the room here. I'm going to just lift my foot up on the roller, and then you're going to make it a single leg squat. Okay, so that's a little bit harder, and you add that on, or do it instead of your 2 squats, the double leg full squat. Okay, so just a few things that you can amend, or you can rewind this video, obviously, do those a few times, then it's getting too easy, add this other stuff in. So the next video I'll be doing is upper body, and I will see you there.